and this is an incredibly beautiful pop ballad. It actually wasn't originally a ballad. It's Dua Lipa's Don't Start Now, and it was made into a beautiful, sad piano ballad called Don't Start Now, But Sad. And the piano on this is actually incredible. It's super well produced, really well put together, and I'm going to take you through all of the intricacies of exactly how it's played. I spent some time breaking it down here, and I've got the chords in the description of this so that you can see. You can have a little chord chart as well. So it starts like this. It starts on the 2. So it's in C sharp major or B flat minor. So this is the first chord that you play, and I'm gonna say it in numbers so that you can sort of use this in any key that you want to. So it's the 2 chord. So if you're in the C major scale, I'm just using it as the C major scale. Sorry, C sharp major scale. Okay, so now that's the 2, and so E flat minor, and the 1, 5, 7, and 3 of the E flat minor. Okay, so 2 chord to the 6 chord, minor 6, to the 1, just in fifths, to the 5, and the 5 is, you hear this a lot in this particular arrangement. You got the sus with the 3 and the 4 in there. Close my Slack is messaging me. Oy. Okay, so that's the first part. 2, 6, 1, 5 sus, and then 2. This is the 2 with the minor 7, and then you walk up, and you can even have all the notes in there. I think that's what they do. This is actually, the voicings in this are a lot like Trouble that I played with Halsey way back early in her career. Anyway, this particular chord is that's the 4, and then the minor 6, which is B flat minor, using the 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, just double there. And then that last chord that she uses here is it's a really subtly dissonant chord. It's incredibly beautiful. And it's a 5 chord, so the G sharp or A flat, and you use the 5 of it, the 1, 4, 5, 1, 3. And she does this little thing there at the end. So what it ends up being is, this is the intro, to 1, to 5, sus, 4, 2, 2, 4, 6, 5, with the 3 and the 4. So it's a sus chord, but it also has the 3 in it, which you don't normally hear. Okay, so that's the intro. Let's just play that again. This is going to be a long video, by the way, because I want to get through all of it, and I want to really show you how to play it, how to dig into it. So feel free to fast forward to a later part if you just want to play the chorus. Here, I'll play along so I make sure I'm doing it exactly right. Okay, so that's the intro. Now the verse, same chords as the first part of the intro, the 2, with that's how you play it, the 1, 5, 7, 3 of the 2 chord, to the minor 6, 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, to the 1, all in fifths, not playing the 3rd there, to the 5 with the 3 and the 4, okay? Now remember, for the non-pianists out there, this is, I'm talking the C sharp major scale. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. So when I say like the 6, that's the minor 6, all in the diatonic scale. So you want to, the 6 is always going to be minor, the 2 is always going to be minor, the 4 is always going to be major, because we're not going out of the key here. So let's do the verse. Next part. Okay, so let's go over that part. This is the bridge leading into the pre-chorus. So, by the way, let's talk about rhythm real quick. There are two rhythms here, and they're both kind of stacked on top of each other. If you're counting in 4. One of these rhythms is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Da 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 da, which actually is the Latin rhythm, comes from Latin music, but we won't get into that for now. Don't want to go too deep here, but so here's the 4. To the 6, okay? Now the 4, this is the F sharp major, so 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 9. It's got a major 9 on top. Okay? And this is the minor 6 in the bridge before the pre-chorus. 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7. And by the way, this note, it's an ostinato. This is something when you do piano versions of pop ballads, you often have an ostinato that's either the 1 or the 5 that's keeping a rhythm, like, because you don't have drums. So you'll hear that rhythm repeated a lot in this. So the bridge into the pre-chorus is 4, 6, 2, 1, 5. And when it goes to the 5, it goes 1, 5, 1, 4, 5. Speaking from this note as our root, this is the 5. So this is the 5 of the 1. I know this is probably confusing for non-pianists, but this is the 5 of the 1. But now when I say the numbers on the 5, this becomes the 1. So this is the 1, the 5, the 1, the 4, and the 5. And the reason for that is because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it starts again at the octave. Okay, just to be clear, make sure I got you guys along with me. Okay? So that last part is 5 with the 4, sus, and then 5 with the 3, not sus. Okay, let's just do that bridge one more time. 4, 6, 2, 1, 5. Now 5 without the sus. Okay? And then the pre-chorus after that is going to be starting on the 6th. So here we go. Ready? It's this. That's what it is. To 1. Okay, so this part is really cool. So minor 6, B flat minor, or I suppose I should say A sharp minor if we're in C sharp minor. So it's the 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay? That's the first chorus, the first note of the pre-chorus. And then up to the 1, which is just stacked fifths. 1, 5, 1, 5 to the 4. And you keep your pinky on this note here. And you have 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 9. And And the reason we say that as a 9, because on the 4 it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's an upper extension. This is sort of a jazz channel, so I'm using some jazz terminology, sorry. And the coolest part about this, which is also jazz terminology, is the sharp 11. Okay, so at the end of at each of the 2 repetitions of this chord progression in the pre-chorus, it's 4 to 4 with the sharp 11 instead of the 5. Okay. So let's do that again, and then I'll go on. The sharp 11. Now repeat that again. 4, 1. Sorry, I think I said 4 when I meant minor 6 to 1. So minor 6 to 1 to 4 to with the sharp 11. Okay? Now it goes to this cool chorus part that is it's an active. She's adding a rhythm on here, which is that's the first part on the 2. So 1, 5, 7, 3 on the 2. To 6, to 1, to 5, 2, 6, 1, 5. And on the 5, she kind of goes like that. Sometimes playing them together, it's pretty subtle. Now big. Okay, so we'll go into that in a second. So now this is the verse, the next verse, and it's bigger, so it's down here in octaves, but it's the same chords as the original verse. So the minor 2. Sorry for the background noise, by the way. I'm in Tiny Room Studios, right? By the way, right now this is my studio in LA. So there's some other things going on here. So 2 to the 6 to the 1 to the 5, and this is like the 5 in the comments or the description. I'm putting this as a 5-6-5, which is classical figuring. So this is the reason is because they would go like that, but it's actually the 4 that goes down to the 3. Okay, so let's do that again. So 2, an octave, and then the same fingering as before in the right hand. The only difference is this was the original one, now it's octave, and it's louder. To this minor 6, the B flat, 1, 1, B flat, 1, 3, 5, and then to the 1 with just fifths, and then the 5, where it's kind of like you could be like going from the 4 to the 3, or you could be playing those together. There's a lot of pedals, so it doesn't really make much of a difference here. So let's you know what? I'm gonna go on to the next part. Now let's do that. I'll play through that, and then I'll play into the next part. That's it. let's talk about the bridge for a second here. So it's the 4, and the rhythm is getting more active, like da 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 da. Big dance rhythms, but this is solo piano, so you don't get those. Yeah, so 4 to 6, 2, 1, 5 with the sus. So the sus being the 1 1 1 4 5 to 1 1 1 3 5. Just the 4 moves down to the 3. All right, let's go through that again. The bridge. So this is on your 4 on the F sharp. It's octaves down here and then 3 5 9 in the right hand. Get that? Okay. And now it goes to the 6, which is octaves down here, and it could be the same in the right hand. You might want to add the F in there. Okay. Then the next rhythm is 2 1 5 to the 5 sus to the 5 3. Okay. Again. I just took off the soft pedal. For the whole first part of this, I had the soft pedal down because the recording has the soft pedal down. Yeah. And anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to say it. If you've gotten this far in the video, it's very, very unlikely that she played that in her room on that keyboard that she was playing. It's like, first of all, the voicings and the intricacy of the piano part. I'm very impressed, and I hope that she'll come out with like playing it and showing her playing on piano if she did. But it sounds like a highly produced, really like experienced producer, and so maybe she's way. Oh, Siri just thought I was talking to her. Maybe she's way ahead of her years. But it also sounds like it was recorded on a real acoustic piano. And there didn't look like there was a real acoustic piano there, but who knows? If it seems like something's on my mind after listening to the recording over and over again, that kind of came up. But anyway, we're in the bridge. So that's 4 to the 6, 2, 1, 5, to the 4 to the 3. Okay, now it gets even bigger. So let's play the 4 to 6 to 2 1 5 is what she does there. To the 4 6 1 2 1 5. Okay. 4. Let's do that again. This is the pre-chorus. To the 6, which is octave, 1 3 5 7. To the 1, to the 5, sus to 3, to the 4 3, and then again. But it's different the second time through. It's sped up. Like you have now the next bar has a minor 6 to the 1, to the 2, to the 1, to the 5. Okay, so let's do that together. Okay, I'm listening to this as I'm applying to make sure that I have it right. And there's one last part in there. So for the pre-chorus, the second time it goes through the progression is 4 6 1 2 1 5, and then like leaves some space there. So this is what the pre-chorus fully sounds like. And notice, by the way, I'm going to stop for a second because I'm keeping an ostinato here. You don't have to do that, but in who's ever playing piano and this is playing that like pretty consistently, at least somewhere throughout the piece. So the thing to pay attention to the second time through the pre-chorus here. Right? Okay. Now we'll hit the chorus, which is this. So let's just go through that for a second. The chorus is the 4, 6, 2. Why do I have the soft pedal down? I don't need it. 2, 1. Now I'll go through these voices. 4, you just need these 3 notes up here, an octave down here. So 1, 1, 3, 5, 9. If you don't have the numbers down by now, just take a minute to get them. That's how you find the 9. Okay? To the 6. Oh man, hope they don't take this video down for me calling out the producer. Okay, so 2 to 1 to 5, right? And on the 5 you have the 4, the 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 3 of the 5. Then your 2 to the 6, 1, 5. Okay, so let's just do that one more time. I didn't do that exactly right. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that was right. Okay, so now the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus happens next. I sort of skipped ahead in my notes here. The pre-chorus. Now the pre-chorus goes like this. Let's do that again, okay? Ah, shit, I keep messing that. It's okay. So let's just go through that a little slower. The final, I guess this is the chorus, not the pre-chorus or whatever. I'm probably labeling them completely wrong. So if anybody wants to correct me in the comments, please label which are the. I just wrote them down so I could remember what parts were repeated. But this last section is this. So 4 octaves, 3, 5, 9. Okay, to the 6 octaves, to the 1, 3, 5, 7, and then the 1. So the voicing in the right hand, it's almost all the same. You just move the thumb down to get to the 1, and then 2, 1, 5, sus to 5, 3, right? And then you do it again. 6, 1, and it's all on the beat. And then the last part is held out. So 1 full bar for the sus and 1 full bar for the 3. For the 5/3. When I say 5/3, I mean 5 with a third. Okay? Let's do that again and then we'll go right into the outro. Alright, now check this out. 2, 6, 5, the 1 in fifths to the 5 sus. Okay, so let's just talk about that last part. The 2, same as the beginning. 1, 5, 7, 3. Okay? To the 6, 1, 5, 1, 3, 5. To the 1, 1, 5, 1, 5. To the 5. And she just leaves it sus this time, which is cool. Really, 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 really well produced. Like, such an incredible piano track. So now let's just do the whole thing through. I'm gonna play along with the track itself so that I know I don't mess anything up, which I'm sure I'll mess up little things here and there, but like, so I know I at least get back to what I'm trying to play for you. All right? All right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, so I want to make sure that I got through all of the parts. We talked about the rhythm. We talked about, oh, for learning this, if you got to the end here and you're like, how the hell do I actually get through this and learn the whole thing? Take it piece by piece and keep going back to the beginning. Don't ever skip, if you really want to learn the whole thing, don't ever skip ahead to sections and like say, I got this section and now I'm going to do the next section. Get this section and then do the first part of the next section and then play the entire thing through up to where you have it until you can do that perfectly. And then when you get the next little section after that, play the whole thing and make sure you have all of it to there and keep repeating everything, because stacking this in your brain, it takes some time and a lot of repetition. And there's a great quote that says, amateurs practice until they get it right, and professionals practice until they can't get it wrong. I definitely didn't practice this until I can't get it wrong now to make this video, because I wanted to get this out quickly for my friend who requested it. But you get the point, and this will give you the tools to actually learn it. And I think I have it pretty accurate to what she or the producer or whoever it was actually played on the track. And by the way, I've got to say, if she actually played it, I super apologize, and I would love for her to put a video of her playing the actual piano part, and I will eat my words, I promise you. And by the way, she has such an incredible voice, so not dogging her as an artist, just talking about the production, because I was in the pop industry for a long time, and actually still am, maybe not after making this video. Let's see. Yeah, so the ostinato, that's something to think about in a lot of these videos, is the, like you want to keep that rhythm going in there. You want to use the soft pedal for the first part of the song and then let it go for the second part. And if you really want to dive deep, understand where the rhythms came from, which is the dot, 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 which is the first part of a montuno. Bop, 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 bop. And you'll have to go to my Latin music lessons to get more information on that. All right, cool. And Leslie, any of her other covers that you want, if you want anything on, if you want me to do any of these pop covers anymore, hit me up, and on my Weebid account, I'll put it in the chat here, greg.weebid.app, so you can request any videos that you want from me, and then if you really want them, you can crowdfund those videos. You can say, like, I'll give you $5 if you actually do the video, and then if enough people put in a promise of money, then it incentivizes me to do the video, and also helps me make a living on my music, which I really appreciate, because you guys rock. Yeah, so thank you, love you guys, and happy practicing. Good luck with this one.